Hey there friends, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to remove ads and bloatware in Windows 11. So if you'll notice a lot of the times when you have a new Windows system, you're going to have a lot of bloatware. So if you gotten your device or your PC rather from a manufacturer like Dell or maybe HP, they're going to have a lot of bloatware that comes pre-installed. These are programs that you don't really need, but your manufacturer includes anyway. And sometimes you might also notice that in your notifications bar, you're going to see some ads for certain products related to Microsoft or maybe Xbox. So these tend to be a little obtrusive and really it's just a source site. So what you're going to want to do if you want to remove these ads and bloatware is you're going to want to open your browser and type in Windows 11 debloat into your search engine. So this is what you're going to search. Just type it into your search engine and it should be the first result that you see. Once you've got the page open, just scroll down a little and you're going to see this command. So click on copy and open up Windows PowerShell. So to open up Windows PowerShell, simply open your start menu, type in PowerShell, and click on Run as Administrator. Running it as an administrator Running it as an administrator is an important step just to make sure that you're not going to have any problems during the debloat process. So once you have it open, just paste the command in Control V on my keyboard and press enter. Once that's done, PowerShell should handle everything else for you. So as you can see, it's going to launch the debloat tool and it's going to be very easy to use. So you can go ahead and click on default mode, or you can also use a custom setup. I like to use a custom setup just to make sure that I get to choose which apps to keep. Specifically, really, I just want to keep sticky notes because this is a Microsoft app that I actually tend to use a lot. So I like to keep that around, but the rest I usually just leave as default. So you can click on next, and then there's going to be a lot of other options here if you'd like to set them up. But I also usually leave these as at their default values. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on next and just make sure that you create a system restore point. That way, if anything goes wrong during the debug process, you're always going to have a way to roll back those changes to Windows. So with everything set, let's go ahead and click on apply changes. As you can see, the debloat process has started. So right now it says step 2 of 2, and that's because I've already debloated my system. So it ability to skip over a lot of these steps, but usually you're going to see something like about 15 or 16 total steps. Overall though, even if you have a bloated system and you're running the debloat tool for the first time, it shouldn't take that long, maybe anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes. There we go. So as you can see, it says changes applied. Please note that some changes will only take effect after a reboot. Thanks for using Windows 11 debloat. So once you see this message, you can go ahead and close the program and your Windows 11 machine is now ready to be used. So a quick way to test if everything works as intended is you can go ahead and open your start menu and type something in. So like maybe I'm going to look for a certain file. So let's type in document. As you can see right now, it only shows all the local files, apps, and folders. Usually, when you type into the start menu, you're going to see a web result or websites with this keyword inside of it, which is definitely a bit annoying. And if everything is as you see here, that means the debloat tool has worked as intended. So that's pretty much it for this video though. I hope I was able to teach you something new and something useful. And as always, thanks for watching.